Steve Apt's group. This is, I used to teach at a private school, and we'd go on canoe trips in the month of May. And they claimed they jumped from a cliff that was so high it took 2.7 seconds to hit the water. How high was this cliff? What was their velocity of impact with the water? All right, so they jump off this cliff. This is crazy. Can't say I recommend this. They said they were looking down on the tops of trees, right? So there they go. Whee! All right, 2.7 seconds. Okay, so that must be our time, right? Okay. I'm going to guess that their vertical velocity is 0. They don't throw themselves down, right? And then, of course, we know the acceleration, right? This is negative 9.8 because we're on Earth. I'm going to say this is 0, right? And then I'm going to say the time is 2.7 seconds, right? And then we want to find what is their velocity of impact and what is the height of the cliff, right? Okay. What is this height? Let's find, what does it ask for? How high is the cliff? Let's figure that out first, since that's the order it's asked in. So I'm going to use the formula that doesn't require us to know VF, right? So let's do X is VIT plus 1/2 AT squared, right? So X is equal to the initial velocity 0, so 0 times the time, doesn't matter, right? Okay, plus 1/2 negative 9.8 times 2.7 squared, right? And we can do this. So 0.5 times negative 9.8 times 2.7 squared is negative 35.721. Right, so now we know that this displacement here is down 35.721. Now, how high is the cliff? Well, the cliff must be 35.7 meters tall, right? The height of the cliff. I don't really care. I mean, if you tell me the cliff is negative 35.7 meters tall, I'll just give you a funny look, right? But it's sort of weird to say that a cliff is... Well, actually, you know, if you're standing on the top of the cliff, right, the displacement to the ground is down 35, right? That's what it means. Okay, but if you're at the bottom, it's up, right? All right, sorry. Okay, so yeah, that's the difference between the plus and the minus, right? So how tall is the cliff? What is their velocity of impact with the water? I think we can just use this guy, right? VF is VI plus AT, right? I want to use no X because I don't necessarily know that that's true, right? Okay, and that's a T right there. So final velocity is 0. That's our initial velocity plus negative 9.8 times 2.7. Okay, negative 9.8 times 2.7, 26.46. Negative 26.46. So they were going down nearly at freeway speed. Do I believe they jumped off a cliff that was that high? I don't know. They had timers. They were timing. Like they had like a little wristwatch timers. This is back in the 80s, right? So people didn't have cell phones. Do I believe it? The only thing that leads credibility to the report that they jumped off a cliff this high, they said they were looking down over trees, right? Like this cliff was a little bit dodgy. There was a little tree down here, right? Okay, so they're jumping out over them. The other thing is that one kid landed with his arms out at his sides and he got like bruises on the bottoms, which if you hit the water at freeway speeds, that could be true. I don't recommend jumping from a cliff that tall. Just saying.